can't stop, we keep going. You know we 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 can't stop, we keep going. When you losing your friends, keep going. When you fall in the sin, keep going. You gotta repent.
TBT Radio Live.
Keep going. When you losing your friends, keep going. When you fall in the sin, keep going. You gotta repent. Keep going. You falling again. We ain't falling again. We can't go back. I just won't live the water. We ain't drinking no tap. I've been working my spirit. I'm running my laps. I ain't doing my races to keep me on track. If a demon run up, get sacked. Lift up his head and get laid on his back. I pray for
TBT Radio Live.
Fornication got a slave. I pray that you overcome that lust in the way. Stopping blessings that could come any day. Self-reflection, correction is the way. To say it so before you lay in the grave. Humble will never cause you to stumble. Pride will leave you lost in the seat of your eyes. Lead to your understanding. You won't understand that destruction will come when you lie. We keep going. You know we can't stop. 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 We keep going. When you losing your friend, keep going. When you fall in the sin, keep going. You gotta repent. Keep going. When you falling again, keep going. When you losing your friend, keep going. When you fall in the sin, keep going. You gotta repent. Keep going. You falling again.
TBT Radio Live.
Cut out the sin, it's hurting the flock. Using my gift to help out the people stuck on the block. Pitching the rock, Christ coming back, don't fold. Keep your fire lit, stay strong. I'm in the spirit, I walk in the fruits. That's the tight time and I'm on. If you fall down, get up. Watch for the lust to get you. Not chasing the world, we seeking the kingdom. We knowing Yeshaya is with us. We gon' prosper together, you fall down, I'm with you. Brotherly love, you know that it's sinners. Gotta keep going, it's just the beginning. Say Yeshaya, you know that we winning.
You know we can't stop, we keep going. 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 When you losing your friends, keep going. When you fall in the sin, keep going. You gotta repent, keep going. When you falling again, keep going. When you losing your friends, keep going. When you fall in the sin, keep going. You gotta repent, keep going. You falling again. Hey.
TBT Radio Live.
I got it. Go, hey.
Oh boy, C.O.E just blessed another one.
Peace and blessings, family. What's going on? We back. We're your host, Chop.
And your brother Akshan.
Y'all already know what's about to get ready to go down tonight. Miss y'all, like Sean, man. Dang, man, this been a grip, boy.
It's been too long, but the only thing that comes to mind right now, but what James told us, let patience have her perfect work. So that's where I'm at with it, man.
Well, I thought I had that button already put in there, but that's right. Hold on.
Man,
It is in there.
That's right.
So man, it's such a blessing to be back, even if it's just for the night. But we back to see you all. Very special occasion, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all seen the thumbnail, the flyers, man. If you haven't, please share it. Spread the word to friends, family. The body. Get the word out there, man, so we can have this conversation, talk, and bring this album in to its peak. So yeah, it's just a blessing to be back, family. How y'all doing?
Some sevens in there if y'all can hear us straight. Y'all can see us straight. Come on, let's get this algorithm going. Y'all hit that like button. Everybody in there hit that like button. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Share this thing. Tell somebody to tell somebody what? TBT Radio.
TBT Radio is live.
Yes, in full effect, y'all. But man, all praise to the Most High. Hey, man, like, look, man, this is a special one. This is a long overdue interview. Very long overdue.
Yeah, man. And like I said, man, it's gonna be slash a release party slash interview. You know, we're just gonna let the spirit move really, because that's really what we coming in today, man. I know that this album is definitely from the spirit. They wait to ask Ak, you know, I guess some questions on this project. For those that have listened to it, I think we got Rocket Card in there. He said the new album is fire. You know, man. For those that have listened to it, you know, let us know what you think so far. Okay, wait up. They said they can't hear me that much. Let me see. Can y'all hear me better now? I don't want to be screaming at y'all. I want to make sure we good. Can y'all hear me good?
See.
Got a nice little setup. I can bring it in a little bit. I hope that's better. But
y'all can hear me well as well. Y'all can hear me
on my end.
Okay. Everything look like it's good.
Okay.
Bopping over.
But yeah, like I was saying, man, I know that this project is spirit felt. Man, I'm just ready to dive into it. So we're waiting on everybody to come in, but without further ado, man, we're gonna get ready to get this going. You got anything else you want to say, Chop?
And it's just good to be back, man. Y'all look. Did y'all miss us? That's what I want to know. Did y'all miss us? Is it me that just miss y'all and miss being on here with y'all, or am I just tripping? I want to know.
Feeling mutual.
It's a feeling mutual. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's the feeling mutual. We built something, man. It's like. And to think about it, a post just popped up today. Today is the exact day that we chose the name of TBT Radio. The community, us as a whole, the TBT Radio community chose Truth Be Told Radio Live for a name. And definitely, man, wrong button. My button's a little smaller now, so... So all praise to the Most High.
So now that we've, you know, caught up a little bit, we ain't caught up all the way, but we done caught up a little bit. Let's introduce, I guess, man, this brother. You know, we got a chance to really see this brother from beginning to now. So it's a blessing to have him on the show to, you know, really just talk. You know, we talk behind the scenes. You all probably don't know that, but. We brothers. We ain't just ox. We brothers. You see what I'm saying? So let's introduce our beloved brother, Shadayawar. Bring him in.
Praises, all praises.
I'm in here. Am I in here?
Yeah. You know I gotta do it. Shadayawar.
So what's not gonna happen is, right? I've been seeing y'all saying this. So what is this all about? You got to break it down. I'm like,
that's from Chop, man.
Okay. So peep this. When after my late wife had passed, for most people that know, when I came to Cincinnati, Shadayawar, his mother, also the Finch family, had, you know, really, you know, helped me through a troubled time at that point, you know, with helping me babysit my children while I try to find employment and, you know, kind of start over and everything like that. And that's kind of where it kind of birthed from, where I was like, y'all want to go stay with Unc Shadayawar? And then it just hit me. It was like, Unc Shadayawar, Unc Shadayawar. And then sometimes we'll even hit the kid and play with.
Hey, nah, for real. Nah, for real.
So yeah, so that's just the thing that was kind of breeding between us, and a bond, and something that I always be indebted to my brother. In that point in time in my life where he was there for me.
Hey, bro, that's what Christ commanded us to do. You ain't indebted. You ain't indebted, bro. That's what we supposed to do, man.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
What you say, Shadayawar, man? Charity cover a multitude of
Multitude
what?
of sins. I'm talking about.
Love.
I need them sins covered.
Come on. As we all do. Ain't nobody up in here. If you don't need none covered, you are undercover something. So we ain't gonna go into all that. But man, hey, such a blessing, man. So bruh, man, let's just talk about some of those moments, man. Like, I know y'all probably got more than me, but man, I just remember, seeing Sap Squad at the beginning, man. Man. And if any of our Cincy brothers and sisters that's listening, if y'all want to come in, drop that Zoom. Let's make this a family affair, man. If they want to come in, come in and give the, chime in. But yeah, let's speak a little bit of how we got to this point, because we definitely going to the album. But it's a lot that led up to this album. Couldn't you say the same?
Oh, I can say the same, my brother.
So what are some of the first things, when we started together as a body here in Cincy, that comes to mind off top? What are some of them memories that come to mind off top when you first was coming
in? It was turned up.
A lot of that.
It was turned up, you know what I'm saying? But it's funny because looking back, the spirit was there, but the spirit there even more. I feel like back then it was just so much energy and performing and festivities. It was more so we was focused on like performing and festivities and all that. I was taking the truth serious, don't get me wrong, but I was young in it. So, you would kind of get wrapped up in the performing and the turned upness, the gathering and the brothers, the sisters and all that, you know what I'm saying? And that's where sin creep right on in. So,
that's deep.
Yeah, sin creep right on in because you ain't really, you walking it, but your brain and your spirit ain't focused 100% on what it need to be focused on. So back then, looking back, I feel like it was just so fun, and Cincinnati body was so thick because it was Indy, Kentucky, Cincinnati. It was new people coming and all that. It was just like so many people to the point. It was just like, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like the holy days was always lit, everything. So you kind of got wrapped up in the festivities, performances and stuff like that. So you really didn't get a chance to, well, speaking for myself, I took the truth serious, don't get me wrong. I was in the choir, I was street preaching and all that. But obviously not as serious as I should have been because Stan would have never crept in. You know what I'm saying?
So pretty much what you're stating is like, in this walk, or coming to realize who we are as a people, there's fun, there's a good side, there's a shiny side to it, but you can't get too caught up in the shine, the glitz and glamour of what being a Hebrew Israelite, or being in the festival parts of what this walk is. That's what you're saying?
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when we all get that truth, you know what I'm saying? The fire lit is lit. You want to wake the whole world up. You turned up, what? And I was doing music in the world. So when I got in the truth, it was just like a transition. I was ready to give up the world and just do everything for the Most High. So I kind of jumped right into the music.
So do you think like, because when I don't know if you spoke about this on any of your other interviews, what was that transition like from doing the music in the world to now? Like, speak to that a little bit.
For me, it was easy because when I was in the world, I was already like, there's videos on YouTube when I was like 16, 15, rapping about, Christ, as we ignorantly called Jesus at the time. But it was always in my spirit to rap about the Most High and stuff like that. But in the world, you think that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? So when I got the truth, it was kind of like, I was in a group 3-man group, Sap Squad. It was me, my cousin King Sap, and my brother Cash. But my brother Cash had eventually dropped out. So by the time we got the truth, it was just me and King Sap. But when I was always in the world, I was always the one like, man, I want to make a song about God. I want to, but they was like, man, nah, people don't want to hear that. So we was always making club turned up music, but I always wanted to like throw little jabs in there about the people and about, the police killing us and trying to talk conscious, but nobody wasn't trying to hear it. So when I got the truth, it was like, man, now I can finally do what I've been wanting to do this whole time. So what I did was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to make no more shake that, you know what I'm saying, music, club music. I'm cool. And my squad got mad at me. They was mad at first. I was like, man, I'm done. So that's how we end up coming up with like the Quan mixtape. That's why you hear me on so many songs on Quan, because I was the one coming up with them at the time. Like, cause like while they were still kind of doing their thing and want to do that, I was already transitioned musically. So that's why you hear me on so many hooks and so many stuff on our first mixtape, Quan, because a lot of them I was just at Job Corp, just flowing the spirit. And all that was freestyle. I don't think I really wrote. I think I wrote like 1 or 2 songs on Quan. The rest of it was just off the spirit, because that zeal there. You just want to. All I know is that the Most High, we Israel, the flesh, the spirit. So the transition was kind of easy for me, to be honest, because I always wanted to do God music, or as they would say, or Christian music, gospel music. I always wanted to do that. So when I got the truth, it just felt like I was right in my lane.
So right there. So when it came to music, then in the world, you don't have to go into all of it, but what were you aspiring to be or get out of music when you were doing in the world?
Same thing everybody else want, the money, you know what I'm saying? The girls, the cars, get my mama a house. But it's funny because when I was in the world, like the older I start getting, the closer I start getting to the truth, I didn't really care for it that much no more. Like when I was younger in high school, like, we want that. But then when I start getting older and start getting hit in the head with bottles and I almost threw off a boat and performing, it was just like I was going through so much personally.
You can't skate past that. You might help somebody. Let's help somebody with that testimony. Wait up, throwing off a boat. What's going on there?
Yeah. So we got invited to this boat party one night and we performed. We all had our Sap Squad shirts on. Long story short, I was dancing with a group of females. I was the type of dude that was comfortable around females, so I wasn't dancing up on them. I was kind of like dancing with them. You know what I'm saying? Like catching the vibe with them. I guess some dudes was mad. I didn't even know who they were, but now looking back, one of them was obviously had a demon on him because he locked eyes with me from all the way across the boat. And like I tried to ignore him, but every time I look at him, he was just staring at me like this. Like he was just staring. So I'm like, I'm keep trying to dance, but every time I look at him one more time, he put his arm around his homies. It was like 8 of them. He put his arm around his homies and whispered at both of them, then walked straight to me all the way across the boat and shoulder bumped me. Like walked right past me, just shoulder bumped me. So my first instinct, because I was always a peacemaker, so I grabbed him like, bro, you tripping? We on the boat. Let's have fun. He wasn't trying to hear none of that. He swung on me and I dipped it, punched him. He slid. All his homies came and yeah, they start jumping me. And then they tried to throw me off a boat. Like we was in the middle of the Ohio River and they tried to toss me over it. But the Most High, now looking back, the angels was obviously with me because I was not like going nowhere. They was trying to handle me, but the Father gave me extra strength to, withstand. So eventually my homies came because they thought that it was me. They got kicked off the boat. And then later on that night, them same dudes, once they got kicked off, was waiting for us at the dock. It was like 30 of them, like 10 cars at the top of the hill where we had to go to our cars. So I told my homies, we not getting off this boat. I don't care. They could say you could call it being a punk, whatever, but I ain't trying to lose my life. And I guess when they got kicked off the boat, they got into it with some other dude, and then he ended up walking off the boat first, and they shot him like 8 times. So as soon as he walked off the boat, all you heard was pow, 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 pow. And I'm like, bro. And I was just like, but everybody knew me in the world, so they was like, if I got into something, it was like they knew it wasn't my fault. I was always who I am in the heart. So they knew like if I was in something, it wasn't my fault. So he ain't died, but he got paralyzed. But that just let me know like that wasn't nothing with the Most High. Because if we would have walked out with that boat, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Look at that.
and I want to say this because I've never heard the whole version of the story. I've heard it in your songs.
That's me trying to wrap it up fast, but
Dang, if that's a short version, Lord have mercy. We're gonna have to come back for the long version. But what I was saying was how the Most High moved that around and put it on your spirit. Like, it's not being a punk, trying to save your life. If you're not, and not saying this in a belittling way, if you're not about that life, you're not about that life. Like, I'm not about to go out here and act like I'm super gangster and, I got me a Draco and different things like that and mess around and lose my life trying to prove something to somebody who gonna forget me after a month after my death.
And that's the thing, because it ain't even being about the life. It's about
I was just about to say that. Go ahead.
It's about using wisdom.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, bro, all my homies I was with is about that life. Like I'm a fighter, but I was never the type to go after it. Like, I'm the cool guy, the one that's cool with everybody. So people underestimate me, so they always attack me first. You know what I'm saying? But
Highness for what?
Until it happened, and then they be like, "Oh, dang, dude." That's why they all had to jump me, because they saw it wasn't what they thought it was gonna be. Long story short, it ain't about being about that life, because at the end of the day, bro, if I wouldn't have used wisdom and said we not getting off this boat, my homies would have got off the boat and we would have all probably got shot or died that night. And all my homies about that. It's just they hearkened to my voice and was like, yeah, you know what, you right, and we ain't get off.
I mean, that was proven right there. So, like you stated, I was gonna say the same thing you stated. Not, it's not about being about their life, and maybe we gotta. I know we be throwing a lot of shows out there. I pray that we get into this one, but we got to understand that it's a level of wisdom. Mm-hmm. Right. As being men, right? You don't look at me as no square. So Christ went about their life because he was bobbing and weaving. Right. When they were trying to take his.
Hey, Christ read their minds. They were seeking to kill that man.
But it's the same. Let's not miss something right there in what you're saying. Like even though in your sin, we know, like Wisdom of Solomon tell us, right, that she'll be with us even in our wickedness. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wisdom is known of her what? Children. So he was reading their mind. No, mother was giving him the heads up. Mm-hmm. Just like she gave you the heads up that night, we wouldn't be talking to you.
Mm-hmm. It's like we find ourselves in a lot of these situations, like just being in the communities that we in, and it's hard that we have to end up growing up in that life and having to be a product of that life. And pretty much where I was coming from with it, but it's just like it's messed. That's messed up. That's messed up even for the other brother.
That your honor has to be predicated off of whether you ready to lose your life or not.
Exactly. And the sad thing about it is them same dudes, like later that winter, we ran into them same dudes in the club. And let's just say that one wasn't pretty, because the spirit was off that whole night. Like, everything in my spirit was like, why is we here? We need to leave. But me being with my homies, they want to just linger around and have the club already empty. I'm like, why is we here? We supposed to perform that night, but we didn't. I'm like, man, something off. Not knowing the same dudes is like right behind us. Like, we on the dance floor, but they all standing behind us, and we got our Sap Squad shirts on. It say Sap Squad on the back of our hoodies and everything. Let's just say, soon as I start dancing, it was around the time Bobby Smurder, that hot N-word was out. So I go down to do the dance. I come back up. I'm met with, the sparkling bottles that they get, the big ones, the big sparkling bottles when they bring the champagne out. Yeah. As soon as I went down and came up, the bottle was like, it ain't even break or nothing. It said, and all I felt was like, it felt like I was sweating, like a chunk of my face, like from right here, fell off. And then I was just like, it was just blood just dripping down. And then King Sap jumped over me. It was a big fight. The security grabbed me, put me at this. Man, it was so many instances where the father saved my life, bro. Because if they would have got to me after I got hit with that bottle, that would have been another instance. It's over. Because if the security didn't hem me up and put me in the corner, and I'm just like, I'm losing blood, a lot of blood, so I'm getting woozy, so I'm in the corner just bleeding. And if the security didn't have me right there, while they jumping on the security trying to punch me, I'm just over here like, And eventually, like King Sap and all them got jumped, so they got it bad. They held their own, but they got it bad. They got jumped by the whole club, and security held me because I was the one bleeding out the head. That night, they got their get back. So I ain't gonna. But after that night, I said I'm cool. And all the spirit for trying to chase the world was like out of me. I'm like, I'm cool. Like, of course, looking back, that's what it was, me trying to chase the world. But I ain't want to rap in clubs no more. I ain't want to do none of that. You can call it being a punk, but
What day was it on?
huh?
What day was it on?
It was a Sunday.
It was a Sunday. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it was at this club in our city called. They was always on a Sunday.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it was on a Sunday, but I know you was about to go with it. But yeah, it was on a Sunday.
And the reason why I'm saying it because I had a similar incident, right? You know, coming into the, I don't think you was probably in the truth, but coming into the truth, like, and knowing and things like that. I'm knowing, and an incident similar to that happened, right? But it showed me that the Most High was trying to show us that you got a choice. That Deuteronomy 30 is not a game. Like, I set before you life and death. Mm-hmm. Which one you gonna choose? You could have chose to be like, okay, we gonna retaliate. We're gonna go back at them. We're gonna show them that it is what it is. Or you could be like, you know, I'm gonna be the bigger man. You know, preserve my life and make a better choice. That don't mean I'm weak, but I'm gonna put myself in a better position. If it meet me here, then maybe I got more of a chance than me being in sin and different things like that. So, man, I feel where you're coming from.
Exactly. And it's sad, bro. It's sad to say because all them people, they dead now. Like every single one. And it's like, you know, the Father say don't rejoice over the death of your enemy. So of course, like it's like, man, that's messed up. But looking at it on the spiritual side, I could have run into these dudes in the truth with me and my wife walking somewhere. Like, it could have been any instance where I'm out getting food and I run into these dudes and they like, ain't that? But they don't know I changed my life, and it could have turned to something else. Like, so looking at it from the spiritual side, and I heard they was on, like, they were shooting people, all type of stuff. Like, I wasn't the only person they did this to. They was doing it to a lot of people. Hey, like you say, death. Hey, your choices is, you know, death and life, and obviously they made their choice because every single one that's a part of the story I'm telling, they all gone.
And see that, and this is man, reflecting back on it, even though you went all the way in and submitted to the Father, Him keeping you. Mm-hmm. See, we don't understand that these angels are assigned to us from birth. Our actions and our choices determine whether these, you know, the Most High continues to hedge us and protect us or not.
Right.
We throw us out to the wolves. So, man, hey, man, I pray that bless somebody, but that's deep. And I know it's not the only, you know, story that is happening like that, but that is profound to show that the Most High is keeping us. And that proves that the word is solid. Mm-hmm. He's keeping us even when he was trying to bring us to where we at now, because he had a purpose for it. Exactly. But if we'd have made that one faulty choice to be like, going to disregard the Holy Spirit trying to warn.
I love y'all. Are we still live? Hold up. I'm trying to make sure that we still live. Hey, y'all throw some sevens down there if we still live. I know we got just in case we ain't, we got a little, I should have said it earlier. We got some thunderstorms and everything going on up here, and power outages, and pretty much a little ways from my area.
Okay, I got a 7.
Yeah, we got a 7.
Okay.
Deacon said we live. Speaking of Deacon, hey, make it make sense. Hey, make it make sense. Get your frankincense and myrrh. You know what I'm saying? Get your incense, because best believe I got mine and it's lit right now. So make it make sense by Deacon Yakai. Definitely hit him up for something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't put my camera on mine, but mine's burning over here on the side. Okay. Yeah. But man, like I said, that story alone, I want to stay on it, but we're gonna keep going. So we gotta keep going, right? Yeah.
Look, real quick. while we talk about Deacon, funny story. Deacon used to always make fun of Shadayawar's voice the way he used.
Hey, go on.
Here go Chop. Leave it up to Chop.
Yeah. You gotta get Deacon to do it.
He's always walk up like,
You notice he don't even do it. No, he said he don't do it no more, right?
No.
hey,
But hey, I ain't gonna lie. It was cool with me. You know, I felt it. You know.
hey, I was trying, man. I done grew. So you ain't gonna hear no yeah.
But look, I told you I liked it. I liked it. You shouldn't have let Deacon discourage you from the
It wasn't that it discouraged me. It was just I grew as an artist. So like my homies used to always tell me like, bro, why you use like it's like you sound like a goat. Like, what are you doing? Why you doing that? like I can't even do it now, but I can't even do it, but.
Hey, Deke said, "Look, Mike Jack." Yeah, but you did. Now that he say that, and then how you just said it. Yeah, you did. You did have the mic going on there. Before he was bleached a little bit. Yeah.
Hey, Mike was still black even though he was bleached.
Hey, y'all funny.
I don't know. He was going out to the other side. But yeah, man.
Debate.
Right. But man. From that point, and and we're gonna get ready to get into the new project. So we spoke on a lot of the backdrop of the beginning phases. So even though you said experiencing a lot of those things kind of helped purge out the aspirations you had for being a worldly artist, how was it? You don't have to go into everything, but whatever spirit guides you on. How was it purging it out completely, coming into the truth, knowing okay, my goals and my dreams to be a music artist stem from the world, and we know how that residue can come with us into the truth. How was it, filtering that out? As because like when you brothers came in, like it skyrocketed. You see what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no small thing. Sap Squad, which was what it was originally, was doing big things coming into the music sector. So do you think that a little bit of that residue crept in a little bit? Explain that.
I can say for me personally, as a person, I felt like it didn't, but looking back, knowing that at the time of me writing the raps or spitting them, I might not have been following the sin per se, but me not being strong enough to battle the sin when it came, and then going back to that song, listening to it, like, man, I fell to the same thing that I was telling other people to not fall to on this song, Temptation. Dang. I did this when I said I wasn't gonna do this no more in this song right here. So like, honestly, bro, the Father, I can honestly say the Father kind of blessed me with a spirit of like just being like not trying to uphold myself. Like I just never was the type to be like, oh, look at me, Like it might have come off like that because my energy's so strong, but I always, like, growing up, I was insecure, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. Like, so, like, when I got the truth, I feel like I could be myself. Because in the world, like, when you friendly, when you always happy and want to be friends with everybody, what's up, my brother? What's up, my sister? Da-da-da. People, like, treat you a certain way. Where it make you be like, dang, should I be like this? They telling me I should, pop perks and I should want to fight all the time. They're telling me I should be angry. So it'll make you feel like, dang, am I weak? Am I this? Da-da-da. So when I got the truth, it was like, man, I can be myself. Like, show, hey, what's up, my brother? I like you, man. Like, so, but not knowing that, matter of fact, I don't want to sway away from your question, your main question. I don't want to get too deep, but long story short, for me, no, I can say that for me, I can't speak for like the people I came in with in my group at the time. You know what I'm saying? I can't really speak for them. But a part of, I say a small percentage of it probably came with the performing, with the spotlight that was coming on us, because Honestly, bro, I didn't want it. Like that song Spotlight, I don't want the spotlight, the money, cars, and clothes. Like, I really wanted to be like, I want to do this for the most high. Like, that was my mindset for real. Like, that was my heart for real. You know what I'm saying? So when we got all the spotlight and stuff like that, you know, being with my cousin King Sap and stuff, he always wanted the fame and like the drive for it. He always had the drive for it, like the push for it. So, you know, it just played out how it was supposed to play out. But for me personally, I can say that I genuinely at the time wanted to do it for the Most High, but you know, fell short along the way, of course.
And the reason why I'm asking that, and it's not to highlight it, because it's all praises that you're humble enough and willing, you know, to let the Most High use you as an example, because we don't know what the Most High has for us individually along this path, which is going to give us entrance into the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that makes sense to a lot of people. I said it can be, it's complex and can be complicated. But your walk is your walk. Mm-hmm. And whatever he said before us, we have to walk it in order to get in. So all praises that you're willing to be open about a lot of things. So when I'm asking this, because as artists or whatever it may be, you know, any talent or gift that we had some type of accolade in the world, mm-hmm. you know, we know how that old spirit can be tricky, mm-hmm. you know, and hide itself and can, you know, carry itself in, even of being unaware. And that's why I'm asking you, right? Mm-hmm. Not just to, you know, to point out yours, but that all of us can reflect on and see like, okay, wait up. Let me be more aware of me or certain characteristics that I have that may have crept in unaware.
Let me ask you something from y'all perspective. When we first got the truth, and be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, this for the people. This ain't, I don't care. I can take whatever. Be honest. When we first came in the truth, what was y'all perception?
Of you all?
Or even us as individuals, you know what I'm saying? Like just looking back from here now to back then, like what was y'all perception? So I'm kind of asking the question that you asked me for you. Like, did y'all see anything or perceive anything a certain way? Like seeing the falls and just everything from that moment to now.
Talk about self?
Not just me. Like us, like when we came in, Sap Squad, the whole, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, was it anything that y'all may have seen? Or felt like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll speak towards it. I saw something, but I'm like, you know how we all are striving to be, you know, not be, you know, have this condensation or condemning one another. Mm-hmm. I'm like, instead of looking at it like, okay, this, it was more so praying. You see what I'm saying? And willing to build. Mm-hmm. Because even if you see something, you got to build with a person to even try to relay that to them. Mm-hmm. So that's what it was for me.
And it's the same thing, likewise, what Sean just expressed, just pretty much just having that understanding, like the scripture said, you know, once upon a time when we came up in the truth, we was the same way. So it's like, okay, I see me and you. So because I see me and you, let me not come high-minded as if you should be this, you should be that, because I wasn't that when I came up. So like Sean said, you know, just kind of allowing the spirit to work so we can build, so those things can be shared and it be shared in love, not out of like, oh, I'm trying to big brother you, or, you know, being puffed up with knowledge and different things like that.
And one thing I'll say to that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead and speak, and then I'll come out to you.
I was about to say, y'all remember the day when us three sat in the car outside the gathering one Sabbath night after the sun went down, and we was all sitting down, and it was just us three in the car. Y'all was like, man, Shadayawar, we want you to be a part of C.O.E.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Man, so obviously y'all saw something.
Yeah, because, man, on all y'all, man, y'all.
I don't even think I was Shadayawar at that point, actually, though.
Nah, you were still what was it?
Galliano or something?
It wasn't P.
It was. I think my name was Galliano. I wanted
Galliano.
And I was like, is this dude Mexican or something?
Hey,
Yeah, I completely forgot about that you went by Galliano because I had it saved in my phone for the longest, and then when you got Shadayawar, I took it out and put Shadayawar in there, and it's like your name is the only name in my phone that's in bold letters all the way from beginning to end.
Yeah, but I want to go back to what you were saying though. So even though we was reluctant to share these things, right? One thing we got to understand is as we grow and if we love one another, we do have to, share these things. One thing, especially when it comes to the music, a lot of people don't like to accept correction. Everybody gets so caught up in what they believe their gift is, and no one wants to receive that correction that's needed to help mold that gift. Right? So even like we stated, it's not about condemning, it's about building, but that correction is needed because if we truly love each other, we're going to share that correction. And a lot of people look at when you correct them as you hating on them, you trying to pull them down, trying to stop their shine and all that, right? But I don't want to go too deep into that. Maybe that we could bring that on as another show. But one thing I can say is, man, your growth from then to now is exponential, right? You've endured a lot, you encountered a lot, and you've changed a lot, man. So what I want to ask is, man, what has kept you through it all?
bro, I can honestly say, how you say many are called, few are chosen. I feel that, bro, because my whole life, I always feel like the black sheep of my family. My whole life, when I got this truth, it just felt like this is where I was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even when I may be alone or through my files and trials and stuff, I always like nothing is in my spirit to be like go back to the world. Nothing is in my spirit to be like smoke a joint again. Nothing is in my spirit to be like go out and just sleep with everybody. Just be a whore. Just go out there and just don't care no more. Like just go out and just have fun. Like nothing in my spirit is telling me like to go back like at all. Period. Like you know what I'm saying? I feel like through this walk, every mistake I done made or every decision I done made, I eventually learn from it. Sometimes, you play with fire, you get burnt, but as long as you get burnt, you know how to heal after you get burnt. You know not to touch that fire again. You know what I'm saying? You know to grow. Like you said, we fall, this man falls 7 times, but he get back up. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to lay down. I done seen most of the people I came in with, they folded and didn't get back up. You know what I'm saying? They was just like, you know what? I'm cool. Like, I slept with this girl. Let me sleep with everybody else. I smoked this joint. Let me smoke some more. Like, it was like, but nothing inside me, like, was ever in the spirit to be like, it's just not in me, bro. I can honestly say that it's just not in me to be like, I'm going back at all. Like, no matter what. And just like David, we all got our story. We're going to be written in the book of life, the book of Shadayawar. We know what's to come in the future. But we all obviously written in that book. So the book of Shadayawar gonna have my shortcomings, how I overcame them, how I got up, how I started to praise the Father even stronger, how I started to work even harder for the Father in my latter end versus in the beginning of my walk. Just like David, you know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of the apostles and the prophets, they all fell short at some point in time in their walk, but they died righteous. And that's my goal, bro. It's just not in me to just give up and just lay down. So that's what kept me going is literally Christ. Just knowing I could read the scriptures and be like, this me naturally. I naturally forgive. I'm naturally this way. So why would I stop being something that the Father made me to be? Why would I just give up? And that's not in my makeup, bro. I can't just give up.
Which leads to the title. So would you say that that's the spirit behind the title of this project?
Because I realized, bro, the spirit of fornication, the spirit, like so many different spirits. My bad, Kakam calling me. Oh man.
See if you can take it, man. Take it. We know the situation. Take it.
Hold on real fast.
Be charged for this call. This call is from.
He be calling
This
from.
call will be recorded as subject to monitoring
My
at
brother
any time.
Kakam, man. Hold on.
To accept this call, press 5.
Shalom, Mark. I'm actually doing an interview with Aksham and them right now. You're on loudspeaker. Yes, sir. Are we live right now? I'm already knowing, bro. I oh, I got you. I got you, bro. I got you. I got you. I got you. You want me to call your wife? I'll put it on mute. All right, bet. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I gotta do this with my brother real quick. Hold on. For the viewers looking, you know what I'm saying? My brother Kakam, you gotta sit down for something that he did, you know, when we first got the truth and it came back, you know, later in our walk. So that's just another example of sometimes how your past can come back. My sister sleep on the phone, Kakam on the phone, so I'm about to merge y'all in and put on mute. All right. My bad, y'all. Hold on. All right, love y'all. I'm about to put it on mute. All right.
My bad, I was on mute. We understand the situation, and I know that was going to come up, man. We really wanted to touch on some of the personal side of this project, man. I want to ask that everyone keep the Ark in prayer. Hey, we all trying to go through, like I stated, whatever the Most High is set up for each individual in their walk. You have to walk it. It ain't up for someone to look at you some type of way and condemn you. No one is in the seat of condemnation. All right. But we all will be held accountable for when we go before the throne. And those that have been put on our path in this walk to help point out or, you know, help us fix those wrongs, you know, we have to be open to that. But all in all, everyone's individual walk is their individual walk. So let's keep that lifted up, man. Him and his family. I understand that he's on the project as well, right?
Yes, sir.
How was that? And like I say, you held that strong, right? You know, I know I've been talking to Ock off and on, right? I didn't understand why his zeal was so strong and he was so focused. But now, when when you all let the cat out the bag, I'm like, you see what I'm saying? But how was that working with him, knowing what was coming?
It's funny, bro, because I ain't seen my brother in over a year. Like, I ain't seen him for a while because he was so focused on his family and his wife, and you know, he just had a new son and stuff. So my first time getting to see him was the day before he had to turn himself in. So like that vlog, that was the first time I got to see him in a long time. That's why in the beginning you hear me so excited, like my Shalawam, my brother, like, because that was literally the first time I got to see him in a long time. But it was it was hurting me, but at the same time it couldn't so much because his spirit was so like, I'm good. Like this, I'm gonna be able to rebuild my temple. I'm gonna be in them getting the Hebrew Bible Academy for me, send me the precepts. I'm trying to so I'm like, so it was like when I'm like over here trying to, so I'm like, oh shoot, all right, bet, let's get it. Like, all right, let's go. So, you know, his spirit's high, his wife's spirit's high, his family spirit's high, but working with him, I was kind of just letting him do his thing. I definitely needed him on the tape because that's the point. Like, we can't stop, keep going, because no matter what you're going through, bro, like I've seen people go through trials and fold for lesser. So this could have been a situation where he like, dang, why would the father put me through this? But instead, he like, man, you know what? I'm gonna take accountability for something I knew I shouldn't have been doing when I first got this truth. And
Could you say that part again? What did he say? Take what?
Accountability. And he took that. He like, you know what? You know, there's something I did. There's something I gotta, you know, in order for him to get his passport and do what he need to do for his family for the future, he gotta get this out the way. Because this was been holding him back. And everybody that know Kakam or talk to him personally know he been fighting this Fed case for a long time since he got the truth. So it's like it ain't nothing new. It's just people that know the details behind it. So now that he actually like got sentenced, and you know with Fed cases it be a long period of time before they actually try to get you in there. So yeah, now it's time for him to get his time out the way and come back stronger than ever.
So keep that in mind for all of us listening. Whatever you're going through, we can't stop. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Can't stop. No matter what it is, reflect on, I guess what I want to say is instead of looking at your situation, sometimes look at somebody else's situation and gain strength from it. Because if we get so self-centered and looking at me and what I'm going through, and then you can look at somebody else that's going through way worse, guess what? That can give you strength, motivation. Not to look down on them or like, glad I'm not them. No, like, okay, be thankful and content with your situation because it could have been theirs. Right? Man. So with that, man, we're going to get ready to take a break. We're going to go into another song on Can't Stop. Keep going, family. We can't stop.
Keep going.
So let's get it, y'all. Y'all stick with us.
Through what you're going to encounter in the future, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Keep your focus trained on the end game, Con. This kingdom, this success, this eternal rest, it has to be earned. He gave us this world for free, but we don't have to deserve this next one, tomorrow. So like James 1:12 teaches, keep enduring these temptations, being tried so that we could bang, receive that crown of life, Con, that our higher has promised. Okay, he promised to us that love him. Love y'all, man. Shout out Shadayawar one time. Gathering in Christ Church in these last days. Truth 11.
Hey, I wanna be better without us inside of me. Get stronger with spirits attacking me. Wanna be better when everything rocky fall down. Get up like Adonis, I feel like Creed. Can't stop, won't stop, no diddy. I'm shining my light like I live in the city. This walk ain't easy, everything ain't pretty, but it will get better like $1 million ticket. We gotta get better in that, I know. Got hate in your heart, then you follow the goal. In the land like Christ, then you eating the loaf at the table like Judas betraying your folks. Look in the mirror, everything clear when you hear Holy Spirit need to be your peer. Connoisseur, that's don't having no fear. Growth after growth, yeah,
y'all playing something right now?
Every time I see a saint go off, my spirit feel that grief. Every time I see a soul get saved, I feel instant relief. Don't wanna fall back, can't have that. And in movie life ain't got playback. Overcoming sin and then relapse back on them drugs again and can't snap back. Wanna be better than you gotta change things. Rewire them thoughts in your mainframe. No computer, no chip on my wrist, but I'm riding with scriptures that shoot off the hip. I got my God, I don't need a blick, but I got a blick for self-defense. I got my angel to represent when the sun go down to be my witness. I just pray that my family get this, but if not, I still won't stop. I wanna do better, I don't wanna pop a op. I just wanna cut down the box and kick down the door that telling us to rob and kill and drill everyone on our block. I'm laughing at actors, they playing the role for the master. Until they suck them dry like Dracula and have them pleasant like the Kappa. No beta, metaverse gon' have them looking like players until they try to see nobody can save them. How you look out but ain't making the changes? How you elaborate, keep making arrangements? We meet the just like you had an arrangement. We live with our actions, we don't do complaining. I wanna be better every time I sleep, wanna be better every time I eat, wanna be better when I'm alive. I don't really wanna die, wanna be better when I'm awake, wanna be better every time I pray. You wanna change, you gotta change before your life end up in vain. Wanna do better every time I sleep, wanna be better every time I eat, wanna be better when I'm alive.
TBT Radio
I
Live.
don't really wanna die, wanna be better when I'm awake, wanna do better every time I pray. You wanna change, you gotta change before your life end up so vain.
Gotta do better than I used to. Do better. This true doctrine, something they ain't used to. Gotta go 10 times harder than I used to. Baruch 4:28, what I'm referring to. But I'm still in this flesh, living spiritual. Shouldn't even be here, walking miracle. When you speak facts, they call it conspiratorial. Allah Hayam got me walking around in period.
constantly trying to upgrade myself. Yeah, I gotta get to the next level. Cannot achieve that if I backpedal. Separate from sin, yeah, I used to have several. Indulging in plenty, can't say that I never had any. If so, that would make me a liar. I plan to retire my vessel from being a tool of the devil. This dedication gotta pull forth the effort. No stagnation, we be storing our treasure. We double the talent, you better. Don't forget the message that he gave to us. We was headed for hellfire, hottest never seen before. Be refined like the melt in the metal. I'm seeking the kingdom, you bet on it. Foot on the pedal, you know who took the wheel. Destination is forever. Let's
I wanna
keep
be
doing
better
better.
every time I sleep. Wanna be better every time I eat. Wanna be better when I'm alive. I don't really wanna
TBT
die. Wanna
Radio
be better
Live.
when I'm awake. Wanna be better every time I pray. You wanna change, you gotta change before your life end up in vain. Wanna do better every time I sleep. Wanna be better every time I eat. Wanna be better when I'm alive. I don't really wanna die. Wanna be better when I'm awake. Wanna do better every time I pray. You wanna change, you gotta change before your life end up so vain. Hey.
TBT Radio Live.
How do we really get like this? And it came from truly wanting to
Play that, run that, run that, run that, run that. Nah, run it.
You gotta want more.
TBT ready.
I used to be lit, but now they wondering like, how did he get like this? Lane switch, now I'm riding with the righteous, and we like this. I flip my wicked ways and turned it up. I just pray that he like it. I higher, I ride with it. Shire, go like this. I used to be lit, but now they wondering like, how did he get like this? Lane switch, now I'm riding with the righteous, and we like this. I flip my wicked ways and turned it up. I just pray that he like it. I higher, I ride with it. Shire, go like the righteous rejoicing every day. The wicked gon' flee in every way. We was like this because he called our name. He added the salt when we was walking plain. Brought to destruction, but who could we blame? I spy, it was just I. And my wicked heart listening, looking for a pretty Israelite with some brown eyes. I wasn't like this, not from the beginning. Was stuck in my youth, trying to keep up with sinning. Trapped in a world where the vipers ain't friendly. They snake out your heart and they swallow your feelings. You gotta have pride where we learn to survive. But the pride is the reason why so many have to die. Wasn't taught to be humble, we started as mumble. Caught in the game, trying not to fumble. When hands came out, you know we had to rumble. Showing weakness like a cookie get crumbled. I ain't lying, ain't a doubt in my mind that how you ain't seen me from doing some time. It wasn't working, I changed my mind. Repented, got baptized and refined. I pray that I'm like this until I die. I pray that I'm righteous until I fly into the sky. I used to be
TBT Radio Live.
Get like this. Lane switch, now I'm riding with the righteous, and we like this. I flip my wicked ways and turned it up. I just pray that he like it. I higher, I ride with it. Shire, go like this. I used to be lit, but now they wondering like, how did he get like this? Lane switch, now I'm riding with the righteous, and we like this. I flip my wicked ways and turned it up. I just pray that he like it. I higher, I ride with it. Shire, go like this.
All right. And we're back.
Hey, y'all funny.
Look. Now, I had to cut that one short.
Yeah, that second verse, that one give me hype, bro. Oh, you gonna tell the story?
Because that second verse should have been me. The second verse should have been me. Should have been mine.
Hey,
we had enough time.
Man.
Should have been me on that second verse.
Hey, I already had that thing wrote, man. I'm sorry, brother.
Man, I don't want to hear that.
We do not care.
Man, in the booth, bro. I'm in the booth recording it, right? He hearing it. I'm done with the first verse, doing the hook. He in the booth like, man, put me on this, bro. Put me on this right now. Put me on this. Let me write a verse right now. I'm like, man, hey, I already, hey. I'm like, hey, I'll put you on something else.
I had 4 bars left.
And this dude trying to force me to put him on the song. I'm in there recording.
What you mean?
Hey, I got 4 bars ready.
I got 4 bars left. I had 8. I had already had 8.
He was trying to, he was trying to force me to put him on the song, man. I'm like,
look, man, you called me. You said
he made me feel bad. I'm like, bro, the song.
You should,
bro. So on the second verse, we hear say, "Whose church? Christ Church. He made us look like so we gonna do the work." When you heard me say that, he was like, "Bro, let's go in there and." That's him. It's his reason why I sound like it do, because it's me it's me, another brother, and him saying, "Whose church? Christ Church." That's why I sound like so hype, because he was like, "That's a chant." He's like, "That's something a part of our church, a chant for our church. So let's all go in there and say it together." So he had to just make sure his vocals was on something.
He had to get in some kind of way.
Big cat,
to
bro.
get in there, bro.
You big cat, bro. No, that ain't even no. I did want to be on that song though.
Right.
When I heard the song, I was like, man, let me get on this one. I like the one you chose me for. That one was nice. I like that one, but I love this one. I was like, man, why you ain't pick me for this one? No, that was me.
Hey, what the scriptures say? Provoke your brothers and sisters unto good works, right?
God.
For exhortation. So one thing about me, anybody know if I got a studio session, that's why so many people on this song, even rappers, even people that don't rap, on this album, even people that don't rap, because if I got a studio session, I'm inviting everybody. And if you pull up and I got a place where you can say something, read a scripture, say something motivational, write a verse while you there, you getting on the song. Because it's
but what you saying, it sound as much as I love my brother, that's Chop. If you gun hole on some Chop, you don't got no let up. So But yeah, man. It turned out how the Father saw fit. But like I said, a couple brothers got it. They got the remedy in the chat. Guess what they say? Remix. So hey,
right. And this is a thing that I actually kind of noticed about you. I like with your albums, you've chose to go a different way, opposing to a typical way when doing albums. And I've grown to actually love what you do with featuring a lot of people on the album, because mostly you don't do it like when it comes to albums like solo albums, you don't do a whole lot of features, but you do it in a way where it definitely works, and it definitely not only it shows selflessness in yourself. Like, no, this is not just Shadayawar. Look, I want to highlight this Ak. I want to highlight this Aquath, or this brother, or this sister. And it's what's the word that I'm trying to think of?
Selfless.
Selfless is the word, but the way it make me feel, like it make me feel real joyful. That's the only word I can say right now, but it's another word. But like real joyful. Like, hey, I can't wait for the next album. Will I make it?
We don't talk about that part. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna ask you about that. I see the look on your eyes and the facial expression. I already know you're gonna say.
But
that part, huh?
But the lamb chop off with Chop just said though, bro, because like, man, I feel like it's so much talent within, and not to highlight the whole GOCC because there's so much talent, but just I'm gonna just narrow it down for a second. With y'all, with Kentucky, of course that's y'all. With Indy, with Cincinnati, it's so much talent that's overlooked because we so small. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if the Father shine a light on me, why not take that and shine it on other people? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have wrote second verses, third verses, and all that for all the songs, but I'm like, man, nah, I'm gonna send this to this person. Hey, you get on this. Hey, you get on that. You get on this. Like, cause it's like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of artists, even in the truth, I see a lot of artists, they have a whole album and they have like 5 albums, but each album they have like 2 features on that thing. And I'm like, dang, you don't want to shine your light, especially like people that's known. You don't want to shine your light on some other brothers, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you know they got talent, and sisters. Like my sister Atara, my sister Zakai, Yasharala, Kenya. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple sisters I want to work with too. My sister Kalea, I got to actually get a singing verse from her. Sister Jules, Kalea. My sister Bailey and Andy. It's a couple people out here that's real talented. My other sister, man, it's so many, because I feel like why would Christ say he gives us the gifts, the talents, and it's either that can be multifold, because I could have took my talents and, like, of course the people seeing it, the people like, oh, Shadayawar, da, da, da. But I could have buried it and just kept it for myself. and be like, you know what? It's all about me. Or I could take my talents and pass it out and be like, you know what? Let me shine this on Kevo on the truth. Because that brother.
Let me say something to that, man. And I'm gonna be honest, and we're gonna probably have to call a whole show for this. All the artists and all that. We have a problem, especially when we get recognition. When it's known that you're talented, we have a problem with working together. Pride creep in. Pride creep in. Everybody think that they're above the next person. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens a lot of times, man. But that's something we're working on. Only through Christ can we fix that void. And this ain't just an in the truth thing, but I'm gonna say this, and this is TBT Radio. It's in the truth, but it came from the world.
So that's all,
and the root of it is Willie Lynch, and we're still trying to break that. But that's why I asked you that question about, certain things that we battle with or we wasn't even aware of coming into the truth. And then we think, okay, I got Christ now. I know the truth now. And a lot of those habits and mindsets is still in us. So all praise is that one of those things that you have within you kind of helps you push that side of it to the side to where you're doing things like you're doing. But all of us, that's why we all are a work in progress. But when it comes to when one is gifted and talented, and that's not just say music, but it's definitely heavily on the music side, which is why the music sector is stagnant to an extent of where we should be. Right? We talked about that, Shadayawar and Chop, right? Once one know that they're talented, people get puffed up. Period. Whether people admit it or not, that's what it is.
And it's hard for a lot of people to cast that spirit down, bro. Because I realized since I've been in the truth, it'd be a lot of competition, a lot of who got the better verse and all that. And we kind of lose sight of what it's initially for. Like Deacon Yakai, he brought something out in prayer line last week, and he was saying about David. He was saying how the whole book of Psalms, he wasn't doing nothing but praising the Most High, bro. That's it. Like the whole book of Psalms was nothing but praising the Most High. And when we look at it like, and even from that instance, when all the vanity start coming in, who better, who this, this song could have been this and that, we kind of lose sight of what it's initially for. Because who is meant for it is they gonna get it. Like even if everybody don't like this song, it can be one person that liked this song and it stopped them from sinning. It stopped them from falling off. It stopped them from giving up. And we kind of get to the point like, I don't really like this. I think you could have went better. Why you put this person on that? We kind of get wrapped up in that, but not looking like, bro, this can save somebody. The reason of us doing this is to help people. Like at the end of the day, the Father blessed us because we in a time where we got to save as many people as we can because Satan taking them like that. So it's our job to literally be like, you know what? Like you were saying, Aksham, it's up to us to come together. Because even I realize people don't like to share your stuff. And I realize, and I'm going to put this out there, because I feel like people get the perception like, oh, Shadayawar already out there. Oh, Shadayawar, no. So it'd be certain people that don't share my stuff or might not like it or heart it or whatever because they feel like, oh, well, he already got it. So he don't need this share. What this going to do? And I'm like, bro, what spirit is that? Because at the end of the day, I'm not nowhere. You don't hear my stuff on the Wiz, on the radio stations and all that stuff, bro. Like this, everything I'm doing is for our God that you claim to serve, and you don't want to share a mixtape, you don't want to share a song, you don't want to share a YouTube video that could potentially save somebody on your friend list that don't know who I am, that don't know who Ahia is, that don't know who Yeshaya is, that don't know who the real Christ is, that don't know they Israel, that don't know baptism is real, don't know hell is real, heaven is real. You saying that you don't want to share this because you think I already got there? Got where?
And that's what I was speaking to us like. That's where we have to, filter ourselves. A lot of us that even if we got a few shares and views and things, we have to humble ourselves to work, for the greater good, the greater cause, which is the will of the Father. Sometimes we may not see eye to eye, we might not agree on everything, but through humility, we can take this thing to the next level. And like I said, that's a show within itself. And I would love to have all the artists on, or even if we don't want to broadcast it, we need to have that conversation behind the scene that a lot of us are shying away from. And like I said, I think it was Shop. It was one of our meetings, right? You can slap people all you want to, right? This is a slap. But when you bring that thing together and put some, and you got a higher power behind it, we can really do damage.
Nice.
But right now, it's where we at. It's where we at, man. It's straight up. That's where we at. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'd rather be here.
And let me
but the ones in the world like this. Knocking us clean out. Then you wonder why the youth is like this or that. Because on the surface, in our sense, from what we see, they like this. But really, they like this. And then we put on the persona that we like, Kwam Yashala, but we really like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. So go ahead, Chop. I know you want to say something on, then we're gonna get ready to dive into this a little bit more of the project.
You can just say a mouthful, dog, on that, man. And I don't want to beat it over, but yeah, we got to start bringing these things together. You know, TBT Radio is an advocate for it. We preach it almost every other show, if not every show, that hey, we got all these talents that everybody possess. Like, hey, look, you're an artist. Be an artist. You're an engineer. Be an engineer. You're a videographer. Be a videographer. You're a photographer. Be a photographer. Because, like Sean said, we're going to end up being in different places. We're going to be doing each individual digit going to have more work on it than it should versus if you bring it together. When it works together, like you said, it's going to be a force. It's going to be a force.
Mm-hmm. So, man. But all in all, even with this being stated and different truths coming out about what we're doing and what we have to do going forward, all in all, what we can't do, Shadayawar, we can't stop.
Facts.
We can't stop. So, man, know it's a lot of great songs on here. For those that have listened to the project, drop in the chat. What's your favorite song?
What y'all want to listen to? What y'all want to hear?
What's your favorite song?
We got 11. So, what's track 11, Shadayawar? You supposed to know.
It's with Christ Need a Friend with my brother Hebrew Fresh from the New York body, my brother Isaiah Allah from the Indie body, Octero son.
Isaiah Allah.
Isaiah Allah. My brother Bronze. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's do this because I got a question, and then we're gonna get ready to head out here in a minute. But I got a question. We probably gonna get about 2 more songs in, right? And for those that's in the chat that have checked it out, please drop your favorite in there, and it may get played tonight, and we can vibe it out tonight, right? But we're gonna play this one. I got something I want to ask, Shadayawar and Chop. I'm gonna play a clip, and then we're gonna, continue this broadcast until we get ready to wrap it up. So let's play that next track 11. Introduce it, what was the spirit behind it? How did the features come together? And we're gonna roll right into that.
Well, this track is track 11 called With Christ Need a Friend. I actually freestyled this song. I freestyled the hook and I freestyled my first verse. This song was motivated because a lot of the times we start to feel like, well, while we in the truth, we still need our worldly friends. You know what I'm saying? We still kind of look to our worldly friends for advice. We kind of look to our worldly friends and their aspirations and kind of let it bring us down because they getting money, because they doing this, because of that. So it kind of start to affect us in the spiritual walk when we got spiritual brothers and sisters. So I made this song With Christ Need a Friend because at the end of the day, I'm vibing out with Christ, so I don't really need a friend. So when I'm saying I don't really need a friend, I'm saying I don't need these people that's in the world because I got Christ. And with Christ is his body. And with his body is his many members. And with his many members is our brothers and sisters, our mothers, brothers, everybody that follow after Christ. So that's the purpose of this song.
Rock it.
Rock it, dog.
Vibing out with Christ, I don't really need a friend. Mary
Hold on.
I'm just trying to be a man.
Hold on.
Every day, I'ma do it while I can. Only looking up to God, the higher the better I am. Vibing out with Christ, I don't really need a friend. Married, that's for sure, I'm just trying to be a man. Repenting every day, I'ma do it while I can. Only looking up to God, the higher the greater I am. Who I call my brother and sister, those who do the will of the most high in this world, and those who had his zeal. Baptized and like to do right and get a word up. And through the trials and tribulations, they will never give up. Enduring and they fighting out these demons like Mike Tyson. See, I'm running through these audibles like the Tennessee Titans. Even when our family changed up, we love him cause Christ within us. And his word is waxing colder than the sin man to win up. So what we do, the lies we seen through. And we ain't vaccinated, we can't take that fear coming into you. You gotta pick a side, half faith for half it. Let's make one thing clear. I don't care if you family, but I'm really vibing out with Christ, I don't really need a friend. Married, that's for sure, I'm just trying to be a man. Repenting every day, I'ma do it while I can. Only looking up to God, the higher the greater I am. Vibing out with Christ, I don't really need a friend. Married, that's for sure, I'm just trying to be a man. Repenting every day, I'ma do it while I can. Only looking up to God, the higher the greater I am.
Got brothers, got sisters, got mothers. So what I need a friend for when I got you shy? It came in the light like all praise the highest, safe from fire. Ain't no way to pay him back, so give my life to your honor. Condescended to a servant, what you need. Yeah, I got him. All I need the Bible, Christ be the head, we the body. All those keeping laws, faith in Messiah, for the fight. Look, you probably gon' end up losing fam, losing friends. Don't forget salvation for those that endure to the end. Gold crowns only going to that ones that had it head. So submit and commit to the spirit, must repent. Last days is almost over, just know when it's over.
Vibing out with Christ, I don't really need a friend. Married, that's for sure, I'm just trying to be a man. Repenting every day, I'ma do it while I can. Only looking up to God, the higher the greater I am. Vibing out with Christ, I don't really need a friend. Married, that's for sure, I'm just trying to be a man. Repenting every day, I'ma do it while I can. Only looking up to God, the higher the greater I am.
Now you don't understand, I only need Christ, never need a friend. And I'm giving praise to the great I am. For the trials on the face, coming up as a man. Try and keep the peace, but these heathens won't be for the Lord. Clutching on my Bible, that's my sword. Got a lot of praise, so I'm giving him more. And you know I'm stepping for that 144. All my brothers going down for the word, even if it's when we preaching on the curb. I can't complain cause they hated him first. Stand strong as the world get worse. You heard it first.
Vibing out with Christ, I don't really need a friend. Married, that's for sure, I'm just trying to be a man. Repenting every day, I'ma do it while I can. Only looking up to God, the higher the greater I am. Vibing out with Christ, I don't really need a friend. Married, that's for sure, I'm just trying to be a man. Repenting every day, I'ma do it while I can. Only looking up to God, the higher the greater I am.
I'm on. Brothers and my sister doors, ain't about repentance, we ain't having no discussion. Ain't about the kingdom, and I ain't looking forward to going. Ain't the light of Christ, we ain't glowing. Dim it down, that's how we getting down. Spin around, did the 180 on them, baby, like we skipping town here, but I'm gone. Stranger, but known. To the world is looking like I'm off, but I'm on. Mac 12 and 50 gon' get it. He to do the will of my father, then I'm with it. And if we do the will of the devil, then we finish it. And it ain't gon' even matter what our relationship is.
Vibing out with Christ, I don't really need a friend. Married, that's for sure, I'm just trying to be a man. Repenting every day, I'ma do it while I can. Only looking up to God, the higher the greater I am. Vibing out with Christ, I don't really need a friend. Married, that's for sure, I'm just trying to be a man.
TBT Radio Live.
Do it while I can. Only looking up to God, the higher the greater I am.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Boy, I'm gonna maybe bring the Nikes out on that and, you know, trip walk on that thing. Boy.
I gotta wash my hands in here.
I had to wash my hands. I had to do like this instead of spit some fingers up. Yeah.
Right. Look, if I do, you know it's C.O.E, boy.
When I heard Brother Brown's verse, boy,
that's what did it though, right?
I said, oh, hey, I said, oh yeah, he brought it. He brought it. All my brothers brought it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to all the brethren on that track.
Shout out to all the brothers, man. That was a nice one right there. That was a nice one. Great beat selection too.
Yeah, man. So, hey, let me pull this up right quick because I want you to go to it, Chop.
Yes, sir.
This is why it's so important, man. I don't know if I came too adamant on what I spoke, and I don't take back anything I stated about, you know, us needing to come together when it comes to the music sector, but I want to play a clip, right? And I want y'all input. We ain't gonna stay on it too long because we can create a whole show out of this, right? But with us, the Most High is blessed with talents and gifts when it comes to this music. We got to sharpen it up more. And I'm not just saying about the music side of it, the aim side of it. Spiritually being led first and foremost, which we can't move without the spirit. But it's a lot going on in the earth right now. And a lot of it is being spearheaded through music, right? So let's get now. I don't agree with this guy on everything. Let's go to the chat, Chop. I think it's the last one I put in there. Some of you all probably done seen this clip. Yes, sir. We're gonna play that. And I want y'all to spin on it. People in the chat as well, y'all can speak y'all piece as well, but with this music, man, some people are coming to realize what the power behind it. But check this clip out though. See what y'all think.
Wake up and get Shadayawar to see this thing.
Yeah, I see it.
Give me a second. I gotta change the screen. Which one is it? Is it this one? Okay, great.
Charleston White.
That's my boy.
That's why I open it up. No, that's your boy, but we gotta be careful. Sometimes he do be on
point with a lot of stuff, but it's just his mouth, his language.
I think it's a method to the madness.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, especially with the whole social media. I'm hoping that that's his aim, right? Mm-hmm. But some of the stuff, spot on, right? Mm-hmm. And I believe this is one of them, right? So make sure you unmute it out. Let's see. Let's listen to this clip. Let's see what you all have to say and the people have to say.
All right, give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta go over because I don't know what this next video gonna be. Like I said, it's definitely something stupid. All right. So I just muted. I put y'all on break. Chat. So y'all give us 1 second. I'm going back to it. All right. Here we go.
The rapper. They the new tool of white supremacy.
You can't hear?
They help.
Okay. Let me get y'all together. You right about that? I don't know why they just don't make that automatic. They slow. It's alright.
The prison system. And then
alright, here we go.
The rapper, they the new tool of white supremacy. They help fuel the prison system. And then not only are they the tool of white supremacy, they the agent of darkness and Satan and the demonic forces in the devil's kingdom on earth. Ain't nothing good about a rapper. Ain't nothing righteous about a rapper. Ain't nothing godly, no God spirit. Nigga, they don't give you one good song. So how I'm gonna go over there with them and all they rap about is kill a nigga kill me, a nigga kill his mama, kill his family, we'll wipe his family. They are my enemy as a black man that love the black woman, that love the black race. They go wipe us out. So no, I hate that, homie. They are a dark force of the devil. So I can't side with no demon force. The rapper.
Okay. Right there, right? That was heavy, right?
Big heavy.
What y'all got to say about that?
All right, Chop, take the floor, my brother.
Man, I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna be straightforward. He right 100% on this statement. Let's make it clear. I do not agree, even though I'd be like, yeah, Charleston White, yeah, that's my boy right there. I mean that in a facetious way, like, okay, I like what he be saying in certain statements, like this statement. This statement is key because he even made a statement concerning the Israelites, and what we do and what we put together that kind of gave me a sour taste. And I've done a video about it, but outside of that, just with this particular video, he spoke truth. on so many levels where it hasn't been spoken publicly before and got a big recognition. Where it's like, all they do is talk about murder, death, kill. All they do is talk about, you know, taking somebody's woman, dogging her out, different things like that. Like, they are our enemy. Even though some of them may be Israel, they are our enemy. We fighting and combating against it with the music that we do as truth music artists. That's why what we do got to come to this. Boy, I go on the road. I got a lot to say, but go ahead.
Shadayawar, what you got to say, man?
I feel like pertaining to what he says in that, I feel like as a so-called rapper or musician or artist for the Most High's kingdom, because you realize he said they working for the devil's kingdom on earth.
Yes, sir.
So I feel like as an adversary of the devil, and as we working for the God, the creator of all things, you see how he showed Nicki Minaj, Drake, King Von, Lil Uzi Vert, all these well-known artists, right? You want to know one thing they all got that what Akshem said that we really lacking? Support, bond, unity.
They will stick together for that wickedness through it all.
Through it all.
They're not gonna go ahead.
Pop perks, pop beans, rap about killing each other. Lil Durk, King Von. Somebody hit a feature for a Drake. I mean, hit Drake up for a feature. Hit a Future for a feature. They all stick together for who they serve. So I feel like it's our job to stick together for who we serve. And I feel like they go hard. They go a million times hard for their God, for who they serve. But look at us. Slacking. Big time. And this just on the artistry side of it. We ain't even gonna touch on all the other ministries, choir, outreach, whatever it may be you may be in. We slacking. Is we really giving our all like how they giving they all? If the Most High was to compare the two and see who overruled, even though we know the same words, but we used to compare the two and be like, let's get a checklist together for the people that's doing wickedness in this world and the people that's doing righteous in their ministries and what they guys are putting them over. Let's see who's going the hardest. Let's see if who Satan appointed over his ministry in the music industry, movies, YouTube videos, vloggers, all that. Let's look at their checklist and see what all they got checked off. Now let's go to the righteous side. Let's see what they got checked off. Who winning that? Even when you look at the simple things like unity, bro, you will see these people link up and you will see the Meek Mill, Drake, all these people in the one picture together. Next thing you know, they got a whole album together. These people linking up, no ifs, ands, buts about it, like it's nothing. They supporting each other, sharing each other's stuff. Hey, go check out my brother's album. Hey, they posting it up on their page on Instagram and all. We don't do that.
See, and I want to add to this, if you don't mind. Being able to share is our biggest issue. Promotion in the truth is really, really difficult. Real difficult. And I'm starting to not understand why, because at first I thought I understood. But now I'm starting to not understand where it's like, okay, support your brothers, support your sisters. They got something that's good. They need you. They need your extra push. Don't sit around and just sit on your hands and just keep on scrolling when you see their stuff on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Share that thing like it was yours, because guaranteed if you had something, you will feel the same way. Like, why isn't somebody helping me promote? Whoop, 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 whoop. We got a stick. They definitely doing it hard on the left hand.
Hebrews 3:13. But exhort one another daily while it is called today. But exhort another one daily. exhort daily, bro.
That's right.
And this the thing though. The crazy part about it is you might not like every song. You might not like the particular song, like I said earlier. You might not like the particular song somebody dropped or whatever. But guess what? If they wrote that song for your God, you think people in the world, bro, you think these people, they like every song they hopping on? You thinking these rappers and stuff is listening to these whole people albums and all that, bro? They just throwing it up there, bro. They just showing it, sharing it. Because guess what? You might not like the song, but who's to say that person won't like it? Who's to say, like I said earlier, who's to say it won't say that soul? And just to go back to what Charleston White was saying, bro, and my initial point of what I was saying, look at who they serve and look at who we serve. Who is greater? So if our God is greater, shouldn't we go even harder? Bro, shouldn't we unify even more? And that's why I'm not gonna make this we promote the album, so that's why I try to get as many people that I know is talented and is a part of our body, even other people. Like, you know, I make music with everybody. It's a lot of people I can get to make with, but in this specific album, I got everybody that I know make music in our body on that thing. I got both of y'all because y'all part of Kentucky. I got Aziala because it's about exhortation, bro. And that's why I put him on the song with Brother Bronze, because what that's gonna do. People that want to hear Brother Bronze gonna hear him. They like, who is that? Let me go look into a song. He got a song called War Cry, Fire, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people never heard it. Kevo and the Truth, King Tazawar, Yasharala Twins, C.O.E, Akshem Akchop, Atara, Zakai Yasharala, my sister Kenya. It's our job, bro. Because I like Akshem, I see Akchop, I see what y'all see, bro. We lacking that, and it's up to us to do it though. Because if nobody else ain't gonna do it, well, let's do it. Let's make a Tri-State album. Me and Deacon was just talking. And he's like, bro, maybe it's time for y'all to put a Tri-State album together. Kentucky, Indy, and Sissy. Let's do it. Let's get it. And it's Cincinnati body. We already got something coming. Kingdom Within coming. It's on the way. It's already done. We just got to drop it. But the thing is, though, it's our job, bro. I feel like the Father know who can handle certain things and certain responsibilities. He know the people who pure in the heart. And he know the people that's not gonna be selfish, bro. And I think honestly, wholeheartedly, I can say I feel like that's why he blessed my ministry the way it did. Because he know that I don't want to be selfish with this. I see the talent. I tell Kevo all the time, bro, you got it. You one of the most lyrical, hardest people I ever heard in my life, bro. You got too much talent, bro. And that's why I start shooting videos. Because when I'm not dropping, why not pick up another ministry to help my brother? Why not pick up another ministry to help my sister Atara? That's Sabbath Day Fire, King Tazawar, Snap, all of them Snap. Why not humble myself to uplift my brothers and sisters? And that's what I feel we all lacking. If everybody did that, bro, to be like, you know what? Let me not focus on myself because the Father already blessed me. So let me use what he blessed me with to shine light on everybody around me, bro. Because guess what? When I die, I don't want to be remembered as selfish, bro. I don't want to be remembered as somebody that just held their light and was just keeping everything to themselves, bro. It's our job. So back to what Charleston, like I said, this all go back to Charleston White first and foremost because they all stood together. This is Satan's kingdom.
Let me speak to that, right?
Go ahead.
Because we know that Satan got a lot of things wrong, but we know that with their whole system, I don't want to go into a conspiracy theory here, and I'm just speaking by faith here, right? With everything they do, they have to maintain a what? Balance. You see it within their symbolism. So off the cuffs, we know it's a lot of things they got wrong. But what we're speaking about, some of the things we're lacking, guess what? Those are some of the things they got right.
Facts.
They maintain that order of brotherhood, sisterhood. I hope they don't go over a lot of people's head. Because a lot of people think, oh, I got salvation, I got Christ, I got this, I got that, I got the Most High, I got grace, I got forgiveness. But a lot of people skip right over that brother and sisterhood and not understanding how important that is to our salvation. It was detrimental even when Christ's ministry was established. Because who we speak about a whole lot? Judas. So that's one of the things they capitalize on. They try to make sure it's continuously perpetuated upon within our establishment of the separation of brother and sisterhood. While on their side, I mean, you got your fraternities, the Greeks. What do they make sure they keep intact in these groups? The togetherness of the brothers and sisters. What do we see in the body of Christ? Once again, man, like I said, we could go a whole show. That's why I say I want to be careful with it. But
yeah,
it was what he was saying though, and what I'm speaking about the brother and sisterhood. They've come to an agreement of we must push the agenda of our God, and that's what he was speaking about. They understand that they're upholding a kingdom, and that's what he addressed, right? Their representation, their energy, their power, their focus, and their purpose is to uphold whose kingdom? The kingdom of what? This world. That's why they flossing their diamonds and the women and all that. And if it's any inkling of that in any of us or anybody, you'll be drawn to that. But it's our job, right? Like Ox Project is. We can't stop, but what we have to put the endurance behind is, working out these kinks that we're speaking about, right? And just go all the way in with it, not stopping. And I'm hoping, and I believe that's what Ox goal is with in spirit behind this project, to encourage that, like even with the situation with our Kakam. His situation that he's very open about, and he's expressed it on plenty of projects, and even this one, the losing of his mother and all that, the loss of his mother, our beloved sister. Even with what we're speaking about now, even with some of the disagreements, some of us that are having, those that may not be on live now, that may stumble across this video later. We have to get over these differences. And once we agree on that, get these laws, statutes, and commandments, that spirit right? And endure through this, that's where it's at. Because that's why our peace gonna come, and that's when I think when we fully come to grips with a lot of the things that's sensitive and that irritate us, and within this walk, once we get a level of peace within that, we unstoppable. And then there is no stopping, right? So, man, I know that was a lot, right? But it's heavy. It's heavy. Like, heavy. When I was listening to the songs that I did listen to on the project, I could feel the heaviness on your spirit, on the need for us to not stop and to do those things and make those corrections where they need to be corrected. But man, I'll let you speak to that if you like.
It's funny because a lot of my music, and I learned this from Pac. You learned this from Pac because when you listen to Tupac music, not the, I know he worldly and it'd be super bruised, but when you listen to his music, bro, it touch you. Like in a way that a lot of artists can't touch you. He an open book. And I feel like if I look at it like this, because it's a lot of people, it's a lot of artists that don't really touch, don't dig in their soul and let the world know what they battling or the stuff that they went through. Like everybody just commandments, get stronger, Bible, scripture, Bible, scripture, Bible. So it's like, that's good because that's gonna keep the people that's in tune. They can rock with that because they like, oh yeah, I like this, yeah, keep my spirit up. But it's people that's falling every day. People that feel like giving up today, want to kill themselves, balance, thinking with suicide. Somebody out there that just lost their mother. It's somebody out there that just failed and cheated on their wife. It's somebody out there that's falling in fornication and hiding it and concealing it and don't want to confess it. It's somebody in our body somewhere out there that need to hear something like, I failed. I'm still here. I kept going. I went through this. I went through that. I kept going so they can be like, man, if he did it, I can do it. And I feel like that's another thing that we lack in Israel, bro. People not Not saying that's everybody ministry, because like you said, it's one body with many members. So I feel like Deacon always say this too. I'm gonna keep saying D because that's my, Deacon Yakai. He always say, it's fishermen and men, it's different ministries within the artists. Because it's the ones that make music for the body, it's ones that make music for, the lost. You know what I'm saying? It's different ministries. So it might be an artist that, like Brother Bronze. That brother is cold. That brother make whole lessons. I can't do that. That's not my ministry. You know what I'm saying? So, and I realized that. You know what I'm saying? And I hope I'm answering your question, because I feel like once you ask me a question, my brain just be going. But to initially answer your question, I made this tape, bro, to let the people know my trials when me and my wife lost our daughter. You know what I'm saying? We was having a baby girl not too long ago, and we had lost her to miscarriage. I wanted to mention that in my song, how I lost my mother, but it gave me comfort knowing that my daughter and my mother is in the kingdom together. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's people out here that's losing their child, but don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here that's going through things that nobody wants to talk about, bro. And I feel like it's my job to do that. If nobody else ain't gonna do it, why not us? Why not? Why won't we just dig deep in our soul and just be like, you know what? This for the people. They saying about me. Be an open book. Book of life, right? Our angels writing our works down every day. The Most High know what we going through. Why not express that to the body, bro? Why not express that to the people? Because that could bring somebody in the world too. Because people in the world that's battling stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And that can help them as well. So the point of this album, bro, is just to motivate the people in the truth. Like, because all my last albums was like more so focused on the world. And I wanted to make this one for the body. And I made it to the point of people in the world can relate as well. But I made this one for the body specifically because I feel like so many people giving up, so many people falling and don't want to get back up. So many people just feel like it's over. So many people can't overcome a certain sin that they may be dealing with and feel like they can't get up. I watched my little brother go through it. He felt like he wasn't worthy enough, so he just said, forget it. I'm just go back to the world. I watched my cousin battle with stuff that it was hard for him to overcome. I'm seeing it happen around me, so it's up to me to talk about it because I'm still here and I ain't give up. You know what I'm saying? So I pray I answer your question.
And I want to say this to add to that. I pray the Father give me the utterance with this. It be so many times, and Sean, we spoke about it in our meeting. About letting our sins weigh us down. It's so many times we let the adversary get the best of our mind and get the best of our spirit to take us in a different direction, where the Most High is only trying to reprove, correct us, mold us. We stiffen up against the Most High while he's trying to do his correction, while he's trying to do his reproof, while he's sending the Holy Spirit to comfort while he's doing his correction and reproof and bringing that rod down on us. And some people may just feel like that rod too hard, but don't feel like that rod too hard. Don't feel like that punishment is just more than you can bear. We still here. We still kicking. We still pushing. We can... Everybody just take a second and just, because there's a lot of people that can't do that right now. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of people that can't do that right now. We gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep kicking, no matter what. Which is what? Another song, another album. No matter what. Keep pushing, y'all.
Did I answer your question, Akshan?
Hey man, it's not so much about me. Like I said, we already had agreed. We just moving in the spirit. So if the spirit put on you to relay what you relay, it's meant for whoever it touched, right? So in that sense, you answered my question, or you answered the question, right? But all praises for this broadcast. Everyone, please. Where can they find the project? For those, everybody got their own taste of, where they choose to listen to their music.
You can find the project on Bandcamp. For those that's familiar, you can find it on YouTube Music. So just type in Shadayawar, it should pop up. You can find it on Apple Music. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on SoundCloud. You can find it on iHeartRadio. You can find it on basically any streaming platform you could think of. If you just type in Shadayawar, then it should pop up. So I praise the high. I pray y'all love it. And you know, it's for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's for the Most High, of course, first and foremost, but it's for His people as well. So, which is y'all. So pray y'all love it.
And what can they expect from it? Oh, I think you kind of spoke on what they can expect from the project, but what's up and coming?
Well, we got Kingdom Within coming from the GLCC Cincinnati body, featured with me, Atara, Kevo and the Truth, and King Tazawar. So be on the lookout for that. We got that coming. I know Kevo and the Truth, he working on the EP. I know y'all said me, but I know my sister Atara, she working on something called Marriage is Honorable. So be looking out for that. Me, bro, honestly, this is it. I'm dropping this, and we're doing the Kingdom Within. I'm gonna be focused on music videos, getting back to, you know, helping the brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Because I did my part. I'm gonna drop this for y'all. I pray y'all eat it up, and I'm gonna kind of fall back, bro, and just, you know, focus on the other brothers and sisters for a while until the Father put it on my spirit to do something else. So I just be trying to operate off the spirit now. If the Father don't put it on my spirit to do nothing, I don't do it. And when he be like, all right, it's time, then I do it. So like this album in particular, I literally, if I could put it into 1 week, I think I wrote this whole thing in like 4 or 5 days. The whole project. Like, cause it was supposed to be a 7-song EP, but then I feel like it was gonna take too long to drop it because the drop date. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to write 7 more songs. And then I turned it into an album. So like when the Father hit me, when the Holy Spirit talked to me, bro, and they be like, go, I just go and I just keep going. Like most of the songs I wrote a day before or the day of. Like the song No Looking Back, I wrote that literally in the parking lot waiting for my engineer to pull up to the studio. Like, I wrote that song before he came to the studio and I recorded it that day. The song No Looking Back with Kadam speaking in the beginning. I wrote that literally in the car before he pulled up. Like when the Spirit hit me, bro, I just go. So, and that's all I can really say.
Which is my favorite one.
Hey, all praises.
That one's my favorite. I told you I was gonna wait on it because that was the one we was gonna ride it out with because I love that one.
Hey, my particular favorite, just to put it out there before we end the broadcast, is Love and Pain, because I wrote that song. I wrote the poem. It's a song and a poem for my mother. That you know, a lot of people know my mother passed, so I wrote that literally the day before I went to the studio to record it, because that was the last song of the album that I actually recorded before I was done with it, because I had to do something for her. So that's one of my favorite. Before we end the broadcast, I definitely want to play that, you know, in honor of my mother. So, and in honor of those who lost their parents or feel the pain that I felt, you know, lost a mother or a father. You know what I'm saying? It's called Love and Pain. It's kind of like a song and a poem. So I definitely want to play that.
So man, so I know it's been a long time coming, y'all. Glad that we could come before you all. Glad that the Most High graced us with the breath of life to come before you all. Y'all keep us lifted in prayer. You know, we know that we're in some trying times. Most important thing right now is setting thine house in order. I'm gonna keep on putting that out. It's heavy on my spirit. You may see it across my forehead right now. Set thine house in order. That's important. If you don't see me, if you don't do this, you don't hear this, you don't remember that for me, please. Set thine house in order. It's the most important thing right now.
God, because we can be doing this, that, and the third, but if the house is in shambles, none of the things that we do ministry wise will be effective.
Mm-hmm.
Self and house, main priority, main project. But don't take too long on it. Don't take too long, because the father ain't playing right now, because this ministry got to get done regardless, though.
So just want to put that message out. Like I said, it's not a bad thing. Make sure, with all that you're doing, make sure your house is in order. We're doing what we're supposed to do for the Father. He said, seek ye first the kingdom first. And that meaning house being in order. Right. So, man, the water for all the listeners sticking in with us. If we missed any of your comments or questions in the chat, charge it to our lack of being able to pay attention to it, not our heart. But we appreciate y'all coming in. Please stay linked in with us. Y'all will hear us and see us in the coming future. May hear from us next week. But just stay locked in. We really appreciate you all. We appreciate Shadayawar for coming through and blessing the broadcast with the new project. Anybody else got projects out there, hit us up. We can talk about it. We can get the full spirit and motive behind it. Pray blessings to everyone that is working for the true essence and spirit of the Most High. And man, with that,
hey, one thing, my brothers, if y'all can do me a favor, because I'm reading the comments and I'm seeing a lot of people saying they lost their parents. I know you want to end it with one song, Chop, but can we play
No.
No. I was about to say, can we play one song together? Like, play the song while we on here, and then you still end it with what you want to play for, just so the people can, I want the people to hear this before we actually end it, and then you can still do your thing if y'all can do me that solid.
No, we'll ride it out with that, cause that's solid. Well, I don't know. I lost my pops 2 years ago. It was a weird relationship, but I had to have a relationship without having a relationship because of some family issues and some family things, and it's hard with me being a grown man and having to deal with things like that. So I definitely feel it.
Shout out to Brewfit. Gotta represent my brother King Shadayawar, my brother Abide, Officer Abide. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Brewfit. Go get your Brewfit today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dang it, I didn't drop it.
Get y'all Brewfit today.
I got I gotta make my boast about the only Brewfit snapback. Yeah. Support Brewfit today.
Yes, sir.
Shalom to the UK body. Birmingham in the building. We appreciate all of the listeners, man. We appreciate you all. Please like and subscribe. Anybody that's out there working, like I stated, hit us up. COEENT12@gmail.com. One thing about us on this broadcast, we want to exalt whomever. We're gonna check you out now. We want to hear what you got. But we're willing to humbly bring you on and get the word out. And I say this: if we all have that spirit, I don't see how we can't win. I don't see why we can't win.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna need that same spirit to not stop. So once again, we can't stop. What?
Keep going.
Keep going, family. Yes, all right, so we're gonna ride it out. Introduce the song out, and that'll be it. And Chop, you got some. You got the exit. The exit station.
Oh. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and tell somebody that TBT Radio Jail went live.
TBT Radio Live.
And with that, we're gonna stay on it, and we're gonna pray on it, family. Y'all have a blessed one.
Yes, sir. And this song is Love and Pain. It's a song on my album I dedicated to my mother. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a poem, so it's kind of heartfelt. So, hey, I pray y'all love it, and those that can relate, pray y'all love it too. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
After I talk to you, Pete, all my anger go away, all my sadness, cause that's the spirit that he put in you. Like you that light. What you say, Shadayawar? Ma gave you that name.
Love won't fold, endures and never lets go. Just know you're not alone. You're not alone. foes, but our God is perfect, and with that I know you're not alone. We not alone. I'm talking love, 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 love. That's a higher love. 'Cause our God is perfect, His mercy will never desert us. 'Cause we got His love, 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 love. That's Yeshua's love.
When I shared that thing that you had on your page, and then I'm about to start listening to your songs today.
My mother is an example of a highest love. His mercy overflow her abode. Her spirit made white, gentle. As she sat high above the wickedness, her past overpowering at times. I would be lying if I said that pain is easy. Abad understands, Malak understands, Malak understands, Kavo understands, Kenya understands, Yatazak understands, Kalea understands, Yakala understands, Dominica understands, Yanak understands, Booney understands, Dashe understands that everything is in the highest hand. Loss is not easy, but we push to be better. Wash away our tears with the love of our Alpha and Omega. What's love? Love is an action. To believe, to receive, to be obedient to the author. What's your page? What's your story? Are you ready for your actions to be written with life in that book that destroys death? Love, charity will never fade nor misbehave, but choose to lay his life for his friends and those of like mind. Envy is not a part of his makeup. DNA of Christ, heritage of Jacob. Learning righteousness, love, charity can never leave your mind and heart. Leave your garment clean, don't depart. My wife knows love and pain. As we grow like that rose at the concrete, removing the past that at times blinds me. Pain and love is essential in this life, but through the love of our God, we must continue to fight.
That is so
Love.
deep. And I'm like, and that's when I prayed after that, like, Lord, please, like, please help me, like, please remove this. You know, I don't want to be jealous, because I still sometimes I find myself being jealous.
I hop fresh up out the water with my garment clean. I don't wanna leave my garment stained. Fresh up out the water with my garment clean, feeling like I'm